Hello everyone, welcome to Sydney Property Talk. And this is your local buyer's agent Arnab Nandi. We will be talking about house and land packages or of the planned properties. So here I have shortlisted based on house and land in Riverstone and surrounding areas. So you can see there are a lot of house and land packages that you can see here. I have picked a couple of them. Now, I'm not analyzing these ones per se, it's just an example. So don't take this as an advice on this particular property. It's just an example because we just want to learn from what house and land packages really mean. So I've picked up something which is called 15 Proposed Street Riverstone and 6 Brisbane Road Riverstone. So here you can see that there is the road has been specified, which means that it is somewhere around this area. As you can see, I will just open it up. So yes, you can, the street is visible. However, in this one, it's not really visible. All right, so let's think about what sort of risks we go with when thinking about house and land packages, and is it worth? Many people talk about making a lot of gains by doing it, but we never hear about people who have lost money because no one really wants to share those things. Now, this is where I tell people is that you have to do a thorough due diligence when you buy such a property because everything is probably on the paper. So we talk it off the plan. So that means it's on the plan, which makes it very tough for us to assess. But then, yes, you may be a common buyer who may not be able to see everything. Professional may also be not able to see everything because it's just on the paper. But if you want to get into it, it's better to check as much as possible. So let's look at how the risks are at different stages of house and land package. So initially, when they launch it with an unapproved plan, which is the plans are sitting with the developer and that's what they're trying to execute, that's the most highest risk option because they are not approved by the council, which means there could be variations. So if you buy something and figure out that the variations come in at a later stage and that is not good for you, then you have purchased something which will have a bigger impact in terms of what you get out of it. Next stage is an approved stage where the council has approved the plans. So the risk levels definitely come down a little bit, but now still it's a paper approval. What happens on the ground is still not visible because you have to say, let's say, cut the trees, make ways for some civil works, what kind of utilities sit where, what goes under the ground. It's something uh, would probably be built. And if there are variations, again, you may be thinking about something else. But this is a little bit lower risk. The next stage, which I am a bit more comfortable on, is when the land is registered. So because we value the land component a lot more, if I can see the land, I know the streets have been built, where exactly it is, what sort of, let's say, slope, what sort of area we are talking, what are the surrounding influences that can be seen, then the risk is even more lower. Now, the least amount of risk is once the house has been built. Now, this is where the best case scenario. Now, as we talked about high risk to low risk, yes, it will be cheaper when it is higher risk. It will be um, higher price when it is lowest amount of risk. But yes, not all house and land packages will be attractive. Not all developers are attractive. Not all regions are attractive. Whether one area or one suburb will grow or not is something to be seen. Yes, Sydney is growing in terms of population and there will be a lot more people coming in. We think that it will have a good impact on the property prices. But again, not all properties are same. Yes, if you have purchased, let's say, near to the airport, hopefully it works fine. But if you're getting a lot of flight noise, then you have purchased something which is not going to be in favor of you. The next part to this, as a buyer, you need to have the contract reviewed thoroughly and understand what are the risks on yourself. And this is very important because if you have to get out of it, can you get out of it? Probably not. Would can you register the land and sell it as a land, or do you have to actually build it? Now, yes, sometimes you have the land registered and, or let's say not registered but about to be registered, and you can sell it and you probably make some gains. Great. But it is also possible that the land is ready to be registered and the market has fallen and you are not actually making those gains. These are the things are definitely going to be there. Yes, if you know the streets very well, it makes it easy. So let's talk about 6 Brisbane Road. So it says there is the road is mentioned, but exactly which part of the road, where it is, you need to check the plans. You need to go through it. As I mentioned, registered lands are low are of low risk. Clauses, make sure it's thoroughly checked. Don't take unnecessary risk just because you can think that there will be a lot of gains possible. It may come and bite you. Um, Feel free to take help of professionals who are unbiased and understand land developments. It's very important that you are um, taking assistance from qualified people and not anyone and everyone. Yes, there are people who help the developer sell their stock. They may not be able to give you every information, and they may not know every information as well. It's not that they'll be probably trying to hide it, but they may not have all the information. So yes, be careful with house and land packages. I'm not against it. Again, I'm telling you, if you are able to do due diligence really well, take calculated risks, it might work for you. From my point of view, I do not take unnecessary risk. And this is where I tell people to buy in established suburbs where you know what is there, you know the amenities, you know the streets very well, you know what factors are working on favor of a property, which factors are not in favor of the property. Assessments are more accurate, and you also know that it is a low risk option where higher gains are possible. So yes, why take more risk when low risk options are possible?